Hey everyone, we are in the kitchen again today, and you know what that means? It's time for another cooking video. And today we are going to be attempting to make blue milk from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And supposedly this recipe will get you pretty close to the real thing from Disneyland and Walt Disney World. So we'll see how it comes out. We have to give a shout out to How We Drink. His channel is where we got the recipe for this. And according to his video, which we'll leave down in the description below, this is pretty close to the real thing, so I'm excited to try it out. Yeah, we'll also leave the recipe and all the ingredients down below as well, so you guys can give it a try at home too. Yeah, it's been a couple of months since we've had some blue milk, but I think we still remember what it tastes like. We have it down pat, so let's see if this recipe is as good as it seems. So this is actually a pretty simple recipe, and if we're able to follow it, that means it's pretty simple. All you need is some sugar, some rice milk, coconut oil, a little bit of citric acid, we have some blue food dye over there, and orange blossom water. And if you guys have had blue milk before, you know it's kind of like a slushie. So we're actually gonna use our ice cream maker that we used in our Dole Whip video, and we'll leave that also down in the description below, to try and get this to be kind of like a slushy consistency. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna measure out 10 ounces of rice milk. And the reason we're using rice milk is because this blue milk and the blue milk in Galaxy's Edge is actually plant-based. And then we are actually gonna use a NutriBullet to mix all the ingredients together, so we're gonna pour this right into here. Next, we're gonna need 3/4 of a cup of sugar. It's a lot of sugar in here, as you guys would probably imagine, given how sweet it tastes. But let's get the sugar added up in here in the cup. And then we'll add that into our blender as well. Is that about 3/4 of a cup? Yeah. All right, add that in. That is a lot of sugar. Yeah. Wow. Whoa. Okay. Okay, so there is the sugar. And next we need a 1/2 ounce of coconut oil. And our measuring cup isn't really the best for measuring out something that's hard and not liquid. And I looked it up, and a 1/2 ounce is about 14 milliliters. So this scoop is about 15 milliliters, so we're just gonna go with that. And we're gonna add that into our blender as well. Okay, and next up we need 6 drops of orange blossom water. Supposedly, according to the video we watched, this is like the secret ingredient that really ties all the flavors together. So we're gonna add this in. It says 6 drops, but I'm actually gonna use my thumb to measure out the drops. And we're gonna add those in here. So we got whatever comes out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's good. That's more than 6, but it's all right. And then next up, we are gonna need a pinch of citric acid. So we just got some plain old citric acid here. Never really used citric acid in anything before. And it says a pinch, so I'm just gonna kind of scoop a little bit out onto our little spoon here. I'm gonna drop that in, okay? That seems to be a pinch. We'll go with that. And then the last ingredient, and then before we blend everything up, is gonna be the blue food dye. He used a different type of food dye. His was, I don't really remember what it was. Again, we'll leave it down in the description below. But we just have some plain old blue food dye. Now, I never really used blue food dye for anything. Like, how much are we supposed to put in?
I would only put maybe a few drops.
Maybe, because I'd imagine this is gonna be a good amount to cover up a lot of it. So let's see, let's go 1, maybe like 5 drops. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, we could try 3,
that. 4, 5. That's 5 drops in there.
Well, let's blend it and we can always add more.
True, true. All right, so let's blend it up. Okay, that should be good. That's just to kind of mix all the ingredients together. And already this is bluer than it is in the park.
Yeah, maybe we should have did 3 drops.
Yeah, 5 drops seems to be a little bit excessive on the food dye, but it's okay. It'll be dark. All right, now we're gonna take this and we're gonna use our ice cream maker. We're gonna turn the ice cream maker on, let it kind of get going for a couple of minutes, and then we're gonna pour this in and kind of keep an eye on it so we can get that like slushy consistency so that it's kind of the same as it is in the park. So we'll come back in a second. All right, it's time. We're gonna add in, oh, I'm spilling some. We're gonna add in our blue milk, pour it in nice and slow. Nice and slow. There we go. We got that going in the ice cream maker. Make sure you get everything in. Yeah, scoop some of that out there. And then we're just gonna kind of keep an eye on this for a couple of minutes, let it get to kind of like a slushy consistency, and then we'll try it out and see how it tastes. And after about 10 minutes, you guys can see it is turning into that slushy type of drink that we're looking for. We don't want it to be too slushy, so we're gonna stop it now and let's try it out. And there it is, our blue milk. Hopefully, it looks pretty good. Hopefully it tastes as good as it looks. I think we could have probably slushed it up a little bit more, but I wanted it to be more like liquidy than slushy. So we're gonna keep this as it is, and let's serve it. What do you think? Do you think it looks good?
Yeah, it does. I think we should have blended our ingredients a little bit more, but we'll see how it tastes.
We'll see, as long as it tastes okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we blended it for a good 30 seconds. Hopefully that was enough.
Yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna scoop it out with a spoon, I guess.
Yeah, why not? It is the moment of truth. Let's see how we did. Here is our blue milk. It's kind of like half liquidy, half slushy. I don't know how this is gonna taste, but we'll see. Oh, just from the looks of it, I think we should have blended this a little bit more.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, if you can look closely, like, it doesn't look like all the ingredients blended too well. It's not the same consistency as the one in the parks.
No, it's a little bit more liquidy. But again, like maybe we could have blended it a little bit more and left it in the thing, but all I care about is the taste. So
yeah.
Let's see how it tastes.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bright suns.
Bright suns. It definitely tastes somewhat like it, but it's grainy.
It is grainy,
which
yeah.
is why I think we didn't blend it enough.
Yeah.
It's definitely grainy, and it's definitely sweeter. It's like
Yeah.
very sugary, and I don't know if that's because we didn't blend the sugar enough.
I think there was a lot of sugar in this recipe.
Yeah.
Again, I'm assuming there's a lot of sugar in the real thing at Galaxy's Edge, but you could probably ease back on the sugar. Pretty much what this tastes like to me is if you had the blue milk from Galaxy's Edge and like amplified the taste by like 100.
Yeah.
Right? Like, isn't
Yeah.
that kind of what it's like? Mm-hmm. It's like a really strong flavor, whereas the blue milk there doesn't really have a strong flavor.
Yeah.
But it has like all the familiar taste. Like it has like a florally taste, like kind of has that like
Bubble
cotton
gummy,
candy,
yeah.
bubble gum type of taste, but
it's definitely different than the one in the park though.
yeah, it is. And we definitely didn't blend this enough.
Yeah.
That's for sure. It's way too clumpy.
Yeah.
But all right, I mean, listen, they're not all gonna be a winner.
Yeah.
Overall, I think it's okay. I think this is something like we could probably like tweak and make it better, but yeah, it's okay. It's all right.
If you guys try this at home, let us know how it worked out for you.
Yeah, we'll leave a link down in the description below. We'll also leave a link to the video from How We Drink, which is where we got the inspiration for the recipe and for the video. We wanted to try out his recipe. But again, it's familiar, but it's not exact.
No, yeah.
So we'll be on the hunt for the perfect blue milk at home. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a nice big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here. We do this all the time. We do Disney videos. Lately, we've been doing some more like Star Wars cooking stuff. So if you guys like that, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything in the future.
And with that being said, we'll see you guys real soon. Bye.
Bye to the spire.